This is another episode of Winning Games. For sure, we give you the winning games, and this week has been absolutely incredible. Matches that are coming on your way is just big games. Chelsea, Newcastle United. Enzo Maresca said he needs more from Reece James. He's happy with the progress of his players. Erik ten Hag said he will be ignoring the loss against Tottenham because Bruno Fernandes' red card has been overturned. We'll be discussing more into that as well. And Jimmy Carragher also said he will not fall for Arsenal injury or injuries in the Arsenal team. So he will not fall for it. And he doesn't think Arne Slot should also be falling for it. A lot of games are coming your way. We'll be giving you predictions into the Premier League, La Liga as well. And also, if we have time, we add the Serie A and French League 1 and Bundesliga. Guys, what's up? Welcome to our Chile Sports. If you are new, hit the subscription button, like and share the video, and we'll be giving you nothing but the best. And check out our previous video about predictions for sure. Ima, tomorrow, big game coming on our way. Arsenal versus Liverpool. And we all know what the game is about. Arsenal, as your favorite team, is crying about injuries against Liverpool. What do you make up of that game? And your prediction as well?
Yeah, there are a lot of injury situations in the camp of Arsenal, and I think one or the other it will affect Mikel Arteta's setup against Liverpool. But that's of no excuse. I think Arsenal is a big club, and even if they have injuries, they should map a strategy to match the performance of Liverpool in tomorrow's game. But I think the injury situations too. I don't know of Liverpool, but I think maybe they also have a couple of them who are also like on the bench due to injuries. I think Diogo Jota and other guys are also battling some minor injuries. But tomorrow, I'm looking forward to see an Arsenal team that will react after losing against Bournemouth last weekend. Maybe they will get a point or maybe all the 3 points from the game. I'm not sure because we've seen other slots Liverpool performing like to their best this season. They are leading the league table. They are leading the league table. And Mikel Arteta has not played against an slot, so we don't know the kind of tactics he's going to deploy on the pitch. Or maybe the boys he will also use on the pitch. Yeah, because looking at the Liverpool's team, I don't see any difference between the Liverpool of Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool of Arne Slot. I think the only difference is that now their build up is a bit of like slow compared to that of Jurgen Klopp. So for me, I trust Mikel Arteta. I trust Mikel Arteta to map a strategy to match these boys. It will be a very, very difficult game. It's not an easy game for Arsenal. Liverpool has an upper hand over Arsenal, and if I'm to predict and you give a scoreline, I'll go in favor of Liverpool. Maybe a double chance for Liverpool, a 2-1 win. If they should win the game, a slim win, maybe 2-1 or 3-2 win for Liverpool. But I don't see Arsenal winning this game. I see Arsenal getting a point from this game. If they get all the 3 points, that would be a surprise to me because looking at their performance last weekend against Bournemouth and coming into this game, playing against a big club like Liverpool, I don't expect them to win the game, but give their best of performances to maybe get a draw in a game. But for them to win the game, it will be very difficult. So I'm tipping on a slot side to get all the 3 points, and hopefully maybe they'll get a draw game tomorrow.
Eddie, do you support Jimmy Carragher point of view as Arne Slot shouldn't fall for Arsenal slogan of injuries and red card?
So I think the reason why he said that is because Arsenal will giving some silly excuses, because of the red card. I think in some couple of players been injured, so he doesn't want to fall into that. Sometimes this coach and everything they'll give silly excuses, but Liverpool should probably have the mindset going to win the game. Yeah, he's giving them the morale and the good mentality to probably win the game. I think the game we played in Anfield and Liverpool have the upper hand to probably win the game over Arsenal.
And Manchester United, West Ham United. Manchester United will be traveling to the Hammer Stadium for sure. As United big fan, do you think Erik ten Hag will turn over his future?
All right. We're traveling to play against, I think, West Ham United. This season, we've not seen so much of West Ham United. It has been something on the because if you watch their last game, Mohamed Kudus receiving a red card from, So I'm thinking United to win this game.
For United to win that game. Erik ten Hag said he will even considering that game they lost against Tottenham because the red card was overturned. He doesn't even think about it as part of the games that he lost. Do you think He was on point on that.
And how about Bruno Fernandes's red card?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I just got the information for me that the red card has been overturned, but he being part of the team or he being on the bench, for me, I don't see the difference in the Manchester United setup. We've seen Bruno Fernandes playing for Manchester United and they've conceded, goals that were not making sense. They also lost matches when he was playing in the team. So I don't think he being on the bench or he being part of the team will affect Manchester United so much. The only thing is, I don't trust Julian Lopetegui's side to West Ham United. I don't trust them because their performance has not been one of the best this season. So Manchester United going into this game, playing an away game, that I think that would be the only disadvantage for Manchester United. But looking at their performance, I'll take Manchester United ahead of West Ham United because West Ham United's performance has been nothing good to write about. It's just I don't know whether Lopetegui is missing that link between the players and himself, the kind of tactics, or maybe the players are not understanding the system very well. But we can't fault him that much. I think it's a new league, it's trying to adapt to the West Ham United tradition too, and maybe to take time, or maybe they also sack him along the way. But for me, in this game, I think Manchester United has the upper hand to win over our West Ham United. If only they are serious and they don't just go and put up the Manchester United performance we know of late, and they are going to be serious. I think they have the capacity to win this game at the Hammer Stadium. If I'm to predict maybe a 2-0 win for Manchester United or a 2-1 win for Manchester United, if West Ham United are to win the game, it will be maybe a 1-0 win, or their best will be a draw. I don't see them winning this game because their performance is not that good.
Ima, Chelsea against Newcastle in Stamford Bridge. The coach highly speak of Newcastle's setup and they are a bit unlucky and they deserve more points in the Premier League. Blended with Reece James' situation, he said he expects more from Reece James as a captain, more than any other player. And he also wants him to be vibrant in the dressing room as well.
Yeah, Reece James' situation, I think he's coming back from injury, so you don't have to, pressure him that much. I think, the coach is pushing so hard for him to, get to the best of his performance, but the player just came back from injury, so it will take maybe 2 or 3 games or 4 games for him to, get back to his feet. I think this whole pressure is given Reece James is not important. They have Malo Gusto and other guys who can replace him if his performance is not that good because he's been on the bench for long. I think Reece James has been on the bench for 4 months. He can't just come in and start giving us the Reece James performance that we used to know. So it will take a bit of time, but I'm trusting Enzo Maresca to map a strategy to match the Newcastle United team. Let's not forget Eddie Howe is still coaching the team. He has the experience with the boys. One stubborn team in the Premier League, Newcastle United. So I think Chelsea has a game at hand this weekend too. But I'm sure of them winning this game because I've seen glimpses of what Enzo Maresca can do, and the Chelsea boys too are committed to his ideas and whatever he wants to do for the club. If they are up to they are playing at Stamford Bridge too, so if they are to put up that performance, I think they are good to go. They can win this game, but you can't just write Newcastle United off too. They can also come in the game and pull up a surprise. For me, it will not be that much of a surprise if they get a point or they even get 3 points at Stamford Bridge because sometimes their games are on and off. Let's hope and see, but I think it looks like a both teams to score game. I'm not sure if I can predict for any of the side, but it looks like both teams are going to be on the score sheet. Yeah.
Eddie, who to win?
All right, so this game is a critical game and it's much more of a dicey game. My prediction in Chelsea Newcastle is probably both teams to score. Yeah, although Chelsea is in a good form, and Newcastle, one of the stubborn teams in the Premier League, they pull surprise at any point in time. Yeah, so today can be one of such surprises. But to be on the safer side, both teams to score.
I think I'll go for Chelsea to win. Tottenham, Crystal Palace. Tottenham will be traveling to the Crystal Palace stadium. Who will win?
But yeah, I think Ange Postecoglou will just find a way to win the game. I don't know, but West Ham. I think their last game was against I don't remember.
Tottenham against West Ham. That was 4 goals to
Yeah,
1.
that was when they scored that 5 or so. I've forgotten the scoreline, but
It was
they
4 goals to 1 or
yeah
5
maybe
goals to
4 or
1.
so. Yeah, they really surprised me that they performed because I watched that game and Son too is back, Son Heung-min is back, and they have a couple of guys who are also back in the team. For me, I think Crystal Palace don't stand a chance against Tottenham Hotspur this game. Maybe they will just pull up I don't because Eberechi Eze, I think Eddie Nketiah has also find his feet in the team. A couple of guys are also not playing to the best of form. Magay at the back of the defense. I think it will be a difficult game for Crystal Palace. it will be very, very, very difficult game for Crystal Palace. Maybe they can get a draw, but I'm not sure of that. So I'll go in for a straight win for Tottenham Hotspurs. If they are to play, the right guys in the right positions, I think Tottenham are good to go. They can maybe win 2-0.
Eddie, your prediction on that game?
So I think news reaching me is that it's likely that Son might not be part in the Tottenham squad. And this has been the pivotal player. I think is going to cause Tottenham. Although Tottenham this season, I think it's been on and off. Although last their previous match, I think they got the goals, but are they going to get the goals against Crystal Palace? That's the question. So in this game, my prediction is going to be on the safer side over 2.5.
2.5. Today, La Liga, we have El Clasico, Real Madrid, Barcelona.
If we are to talk about this in the league, I think a lot of things has to be put in consideration. We have to go back into their previous games because now it's who wins the game. I think the difference is 3 points. So if Madrid is to win, it will be in their favor. If Barcelona is to win, they will still increase the lead. And one surprising one is during I think midweek, I think we all saw their best performance in the Champions League as well. In which Barcelona scoring against Bayern, the German champions, and also Real Madrid giving to Dortmund. So it was all grocery for these Spanish teams. But for them to be playing against each other this week, I think this weekend, the best side for foreign investors, is to go in for goals. Towards Barcelona is in good form for goals, and Madrid is also in good form for goals. So the better side is probably to go in for goals over 2.5 because in this game you're going to see goals. But a slight win for Barcelona. Although I support in one way or the other, I'm a Madrid fan, but a slight win for Barcelona.
Ima?
Yeah, I think it's a must win for Real Madrid. They can't afford to lose points in this game. If they are to really chase Barcelona for this La Liga title, they have to win this game because I think now Barcelona leading them with about 4 points or so. I'm not sure, but maybe 4 or 7. I don't know, 6
3
or
points, 3
3
points
points.
difference.
they are leading them with 3 points. Okay,
3
yeah. So
points difference, yeah.
yeah, so you can't afford to draw the game. You can't afford to lose the game because the form Barcelona, is in right now. I don't know the team that will stop them. If it is not Real Madrid, I thought maybe Bayern Munich will give them a test this week, midweek. But they really proved that they are up there. The performance of Rafinha and the other guys, Lamine Yamal, coming into the game against Bayern Munich, we saw them performing to the best of their abilities, getting a hat-trick on the day. So I'm tipping Madrid to, go all in for the game. Let's not forget, Madrid also played against Dortmund, and, the kind of performance Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappe and the other guys also came up in the second half to, give the Madrid team was something that we can also talk about. So it's a difficult game. It's a very difficult game. And playing the game at Santiago Bernabeu will kind of put pressure on the Madrid team because now they are playing at home and at all costs they have to get a point or maybe the 3 points. For me, I feel like if they are to chase them, they have to score this game. They have to win this game and score more goals to chase Barcelona for the league title because I don't know, the Celta Vigos, the Real Valladolid, and the other guys can't stop Barcelona at this point. They are up there, and their performance, Hansi Flick and his boys are putting up. It's one we should watch and see this season. I think they are a big threat to their teams. For me, Carlo Ancelotti is an experienced manager. He knows the Barcelona setup. He's played them so many times, and I think with the likes of Vinicius Jr. and the other guys who have tested the El Clasico before, they will know how to, go about with this game. It'll be a very difficult game for Madrid. For me, I think the game is in the hands of Barcelona now. If I'm to predict, I'll go in for a double chance for Barcelona, but it'll be a very difficult game. If Madrid are to keep the performance of the Real Madrid we used to know, or the Real Madrid we know, when Kylian Mbappe comes to the party, when Vinicius Jr. is in the party, when Rodrigo is in the party, it will also be a very difficult game and the Santiago Bernabeu for Barcelona. For me, that's what I said. Hansi Flick is an experienced manager too. Barcelona coming into this game, they will not just come and for Madrid to just get a walkover. We are in for a match tonight. We are in for a very, very difficult match tonight for both teams. Yeah.
In for a very, very difficult match for both teams. For sure. And for me, I think Real Madrid is going to win this game hands down. And the reasons why Madrid will win that game is number one. Hansen Flick, this is his first El Clasico. Yes, so he's going to fumble a bit because this is a tough test for him. Winning this game means that he will probably be winning the La Liga. The second reason is Santiago Bernabeu. Wow, I can't see any team coming in to mess around with Real Madrid in Santiago Bernabeu. And so for sure, I think it's because of home advantage, Real Madrid could win that game. And also you look at Ancelotti. Ancelotti calmness and his changes in second half have been absolutely superb. And the calmness he showed the players when they are even down. He doesn't panic. And this is some of the reason why I think Real Madrid could get in and get that win for that. Madrid also want to close up the gap because they wouldn't want to just give out the title like that. This is one of the games that will show who will win the La Liga because this Madrid home, if they lose, it means they are going away to Barcelona, will also means that they'll probably lose the trophy before going there. Madrid wouldn't dare lose this game for sure. And guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your time. And if you just join us, remember to hit the subscription button, like and share the video. And we are going to see you in the next video. Ciao.